Preceded on the court for the warm-ups by the defending world champions. The Detroit Pistons extended to a 7th game from the Palace. Piston ball. Joe Dumars, Scottie Pippen guards him. Now Jordan's back for Bill Laimbeer. Isaiah Thomas comes out to get the pass from Dumars. Craig Hodges guards him. Thomas knifes in, too strong. Kick is good. Now Jordan will probe the left side. Back it comes to Scottie Pippen. Hodges with 4 for 4 from three-point range, breaking out of a big slump on Friday night in the win. He is a streak shooter. Takes it right at Laimbeer. Offensive foul. Did you expect to see this kind of tightness?
Well, certainly Game 7 always brings that out, but it has to wear off.
Here's Dumars in transition. No. Scottie Pippen brings it up the other direction.
Well, we talked about the dirty work, and it's the defense.
Hodges no good. Long rebound, Isaiah Thomas. Now the pace of the game picked up considerably. Dumars. 3, 7-4, nearing the 8-minute mark of quarter number 1. Back it comes to Laimbeer. 3, no. Hodges. Neely had gotten loose down at the other end, but the Bulls will slow it up. Michael Jordan. But he can come back and have another hot streak today. So far it hasn't been there. Now Edwards.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Bill giving a very easy post position inside.
Rebound by Grant. That's another one. Hodges for 3. Yes. So he has hit his last 2 baskets now.
Second chance opportunities off the board that time, giving the Bulls an opportunity to go back to their basic game, which is to penetrate and get the ball out to their standstill jumpers if nothing's there.
Chicago was 70% of its three-pointers the other night. They're on a 9-2 run right now and have the lead. The triple team on Edwards brings the dish to Dumars and the foul on Ed Neely. Portland Trail Blazers watching out west to see who their opponent will be in the NBA Finals. Pick and roll, Ed Neely tapped away by Dennis Rodman. Played the passing lane perfectly and draws the foul from Craig Hodges. What a nice play by the MVP Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, you certainly are his anticipation abilities. Right there, he was still aware of where the ball was and got into the passing lane. Never took his eye off the ball and still maintained contact with his man.
Rodman playing with that injured left ankle, injured in Game 4. The game in which he had 20 points and 20 rebounds. Here's Dumars. Nice pump fake. Has to adjust the ball and gets it to James Edwards. And the shot is not there. Now it's a little volleyball and Edwards gets it. He's back on top by 2. 3:56 to go. Jordan. Dumars. Bill Laimbeer.
Between this play and the play before, Dumars takes away the lane from Jordan. And what happens on the ensuing pass in the defense back against the break.
Give and go, and the ball is kept, and the shot is made by Horace Grant. 5 of 17 from the field now. They were 6 of 24 in that pivotal quarter number 3 on Friday night. Jordan underneath. No, but he'll shoot. 5 for 21 for Detroit. Not all that great for Chicago. They're now 7 of 19 themselves. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Both coaches were in agreement. Defensive intensity would tell the story of this. Horace Grant had that go-ahead basket. Now Johnson. Isaiah Thomas. Thomas 1 of 4. They get to a 5.
Well, you
get Jordan, who rested the final 1:56 of the first quarter.
Michael Jordan hadn't been falling too much, but here he backs down B.J. Thomas again in a position where he has nice range. These are the things that kick up. The other things that kick up his shooting confidence. And here we see them practicing yesterday. Brendan Malone, the assistant coach there.
On your head. The title of the song made famous a few years back.
You and I remember.
Do we ever? Mark Aguirre works hard for the shot. Gets it.
The Bulls' defense is active.
9:20 to go, first half. Michael Jordan pump fake. St. Johnson flying, rejected by John Sally. Battle for the loose ball. They're still fighting, and Chicago will get it after Sally touched it.
Talked about hard work, and Aguirre really can't get into the basket the way he wants. Consequently, he has the bump.
It was just to be within range at the end of three quarters, right?
Certainly, they want to show some resilience, take all the Piston runs, have a few of their own, but then hang around until the fourth quarter. Then the T-shirt said, "You can't touch this." If Jordan has an opportunity, he's going to take that.
Michael Jordan gives it up to the left side. It's tipped into the hands of Denny Johnson. Jordan almost steals it, and then it's thrown away. Guarding B.J. Armstrong. Greg Hodges back in the lineup. Jordan will go to small forward. Cartwright. No call. Blocked by Isaiah Thomas. Here's Dumars. Detroit. And Joe Dumars tapped off this fine play with the basket at the other end, Len.
Well, certainly the crowd is getting into this game and raising the emotion and the intensity level. Michael Jordan really didn't have any place to go with it. As he's been surrounded, his teammates are going to have to make themselves more available.
Strong, who will retire at the conclusion of this season. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Long shot by Armstrong. Isaiah Thomas. John Sally. Trap on Jordan. Foul on Isaiah Thomas. Cartwright on the floor now for Chicago. There's the pick from Cartwright, but a good switch by Aguirre. Back it goes to Pippen for three. No. Well, they hit 7 of 10 the other night. They've got only one today from three-point range. At the other end, Isaiah Thomas.
Certainly no one on the backboards. The dirty work is not being done.
Cartwright blocked by Sally. A 9-0 run by Detroit. 11.
A couple of familiar guys. Vernon Lynn.
All right, Pat, just moments ago before the break, the end of an 11-0 run by the Detroit Pistons, Mark Aguirre. But while that was going on, Joe Dumars has a groin pull, and Mike Abdenauer stretching him out, trying to get him fit to get back in the game, and Dumars is back on the court. That took place for Chicago. It's Rodman, Thomas, Aguirre, Sally, and Dumars for Detroit. 3 of 12 now. Here's Pippen adjusting his shot and getting it over Sally. Underneath, here's Pippen. Aguirre comes out. A lot of moves, and then passes it back to Cartwright. Hodges, no. Isaiah Thomas with another rebound. He's got 7. Aguirre. And right now, they are at 30%, 12 of 40. And Jackson said, we must shoot well. Thomas. 2 more.
Pretty close to 3.
Pistons on a good run now. 41-31. Hodges for 3. It still won't go. They're 1 of 8. They were 7 of 10 at home on Friday night from three-point range.
Much better job of the Bulls in getting back in transition.
Loose ball, Aguirre again.
In the 7th game that they'd be over that. Obviously they're not.
5 of 22 in this quarter. Isaiah Thomas adjusts the shot and draws the foul here. But he's got it together today. Jordan. Taken away by Rodman, playing the passing lane again. There's another steal. And that's 6 Chicago turnovers.
And certainly not a good pass by Michael Jordan. After going behind his back, he didn't even really look. He tried to look off the defender. But Rodman would not be denied there. He's not going for that kind of fake anymore.
Double team on Aguirre as Grant comes out. Sally with 1 second on the shot clock. Will Purdue back at the line, gets the free throw. Now the final 5 seconds. Oh, got it. Rodman.
17 in the second quarter. Most of those layups off the turnovers and missed shots by Chicago.
Thomas to Rodman. And it's back to a 15-point margin. Jordan kicks it out to Hodges. Taken away by Isaiah Thomas.
Frankly, Vern, with Paxson out of the game, his absence really looms large. Hodges not able to hit the shot. That's his role. Paxson would have some better.
Basket underneath off the pass. Streak shooter, as Phil Jackson said, but he's in a bad streak right now. Isaiah Thomas. Timeout, Chicago. Chuck Daly likes what he's seen. It's a marvelous comeback and wins the game. Then the series would open in Portland on Tuesday night. The Trail Blazers are ready. They have scheduled a departure in their private plane. The Trail Blazers and the Pistons, two of the NBA teams that do fly chartered aircraft. Here's Michael Jordan from the baseline.
Greg Hodges' job is to do that.
Isaiah Thomas back to Lambier. Right now, let's check in with Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Vernon, the last time out the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan had his own team meeting.
In Chicago when they were down by 19 and cut it to 3 on Memorial Day weekend. Now they wound up losing that game, but they got right back in it. Here's Isaiah Thomas.
And if they're going to get back in it, it's on the defensive side of the floor. But the Pistons have the feeling right now they've generated an outside game.
Shot too strong off the glass, another Piston rebound. It's Hodges, Cartwright, Grant, Pippen, and Jordan for Chicago. Isaiah Thomas for 3! Misses the three-pointer. Jordan goes by Dumars. Over Edwards, 2 more. Mike Jordan. Nice soft bounce.
Well, the Pistons.
Michael Jordan with 20 points now. He's almost at the point where he's got to take it upon himself, doesn't he?
Well, he does.
3:50 to go, third quarter. Hodges for 3. Oh boy, big basket for the Bulls. Dennis Rodman shadows Pippen on the baseline. The ball almost stolen. Hodges is going to have to throw this one up. He does. That almost went in. Cartwright with the follow, rejected by John Sally. Here's Thomas at the other end. Blocked by Hodges. Foul on Hodges. B.J. Armstrong on now. Late getting the Lambier, who hits the shot. Thinks about a 3, but Vinnie Johnson comes out. Johnson on the court now for Detroit. Underneath, there's the thing he sees right there. Perfect example. 22 at 61-39. The Bulls have cut that margin to 10. Edwards dunks the ball.
Young people to keep an eye on. Isaiah Thomas is continually looking up court, even though he's handling the ball.
19 points for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Aguirre, who's come in the fourth quarter, and Mark Aguirre now.
Enough during this series to be able to break it in that fashion.
Sally, Aguirre, Rodman, Thomas, and Johnson. Jordan on Johnson, who finds Dennis Rodman. And the Mavericks drafted Aguirre. Detroit got Thomas, and now look, they're reunited.
And the Bulls wanted to get the ball to Jordan on the post. He was forced to come outside and get it.
Kicked out, and time has been called. 30 miles north of downtown Detroit, where the Pistons playing their first game number 7 at home. Michael Jordan count the basket, and he will shoot a free throw.
Takes advantage of it, again getting pushed off the block where he'd rather be. But this time he takes the whole interior defense of the Pistons to the basket. Another look, the same thing.
Rodman. limping as he heads back down the court. Grant. Horace Grant gets his third basket from...
It's one place where Michael Jordan would like to rest a little bit.
Pippen and Aguirre battling for position. Aguirre gets it. Grant comes with a double team. The kick pass to Rodman off the glass and good.
Keep this lead.
Jordan. Fakes left, goes right to the baseline, misses the shot. Hodges saves it. Pippen spots up for three, passes on the shot, and comes inside. Grant with the putback. Another offensive rebound. Neely back to Jordan with a fresh 24.
You're looking at a team right now fighting for their lives, and they're scratching and clawing.
13 to go in the ballgame. Thomas, Lambier. And he'll shoot another.
The Bulls defense, Scottie Pippen, has to come over to cut off the drive.
And it's to go. Lead back to 14. Dumars and Jordan. More magic from Michael. Ball now, Jordan out on him. Thomas drives left and Jordan strips the ball. But Sally gets it back and puts it in. Aguirre, Lambier.
And certainly plays like that, the ability to penetrate and find people, more so than scoring. It's the reason why Isaiah Thomas has been the leader of desperation. You know, they have already sensed it slipping away, and guys are trying to do more than they're capable of doing. And that includes Michael Jordan.
Joining his high school friend from Chicago, Isaiah Thomas on that assist, and Magic Johnson. They went one game farther. For the Pistons, nothing but another world championship will do. And they, the Detroit Pistons, will meet the Portland Trail Blazers in the best of 7 beginning Tuesday night on CBS. This stifling Detroit Piston defense holds the Chicago Bulls to 28 of 90, 31%. But Michael Jordan had 31, and he's with Pat O'Brien.